Hey everyone, welcome to Go Get It by Getitlex Motivational Mindset, the podcast. Today I'm here with my girl Meesh. First of all, thank you so much for coming on my podcast. You have been awesome with supporting me. Everything I do, you always like be right there. And it's so crazy because like we only knew each other for a short amount of time and it all came from when we met at Sneaker House that one time and I thought you looked like Cardi B.
Yeah.
And we was drinking and we were on the porch and we just started talking and talking. And it was just like you was a lot ever since. And I think then you had spoke about jumping into the cooking and can you just express to me how you love to cook, like you just love to cook? 'Cause I think Martini had brought some food over there, or he had made some food or something. I don't know, but you was just talking about how you love to cook. And then like at a blink of an eye, literally, you were in Maryland pursuing everything you had said and you manifested so well. And I just want to congratulate you and thank you for coming on here. But in the meantime, I want you to talk about how you started and what exactly your business consists of.
Oh man, it's crazy because how I started, it was almost like I woke up one morning. I started off in Virginia actually, when I was living in Chesterfield, and I just woke up and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and start selling plates. That's how I started for real. So I think I took Asia with me, matter of fact, to the grocery store, and we just went. I grabbed all the food for the menu. And I did all of it like within that day. Like I didn't have a menu posted up. I had to build the menu. My menus were so ugly. And they was ugly.
Somewhere.
But girl, it was terrible. But yeah, so I did it. And I was surprised really honestly at the outcome. And that's really how it really started. I just woke up like, all right, I'm selling plates. Just like that.
So were you nervous? Like did it was it something in your mind saying that this is gonna be my main source of income, or it was just like let me see where it's gonna take me, and we're gonna deal with it as it comes.
Okay. So, no, I always work. That's the one thing. So cooking has always actually been like my alternate source of income. Um, and I wasn't exactly nervous because I know how I cook and I know that it's good. So I never really was concerned about, that part. But I just for real, I just took off with it. I can't even express. I just woke up and just took off with it.
A deep mind faith.
And it ended up being the crazy thing about it is Lex, it ended up actually being, granted it was my alternate income, it ended up actually overtaking my employment income. I was
Oh,
like,
hey,
okay.
that's crazy. That's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. So
um, yeah, that's awesome. So, what was the main inspiration behind your business? Like, what was it other than the cooking part? Was it somebody or something that was like, I got to do
all right. So yes. At the time I was talking to, matter of fact, when I met you, I was with a
this?
guy friend.
Right.
And he kept, you know what I'm saying? He was like, it really started off as you need to have a cooking channel. That's how it started. Because of course he had my food all the time. So it started there, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, look, you need to do something with this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he kept digging in it. Like, you need to do something with this. And I ended up actually creating a YouTube channel, which I ended up with like 300 subscribers in like less than a year. It's evolving in the kitchen with me. I still got it. I just don't have time to work on it. But and really like that really inspired me. If I could get on camera and show everybody how to cook, then I can really just take off and just
Yeah.
cook,
Yeah.
and so and that was really the beginning inspiration was the guy friend at that time.
So, if you're in the kitchen cooking, what would be your first go-to type of food? Like, what is I know the soul food, but let's take the soul food out of the picture. What would be okay, I'm gonna show you how to really get your hands dirty type. Because I mean, I would say everybody, but soul food, greens, some yams, some fried chicken. The
Yeah,
taste might
absolutely.
be difficult, but the actual preparation is not that bad. So, what would be the alternative style of food that you like to cook?
Oh my God. I'm a big seafood person, so my go-to would probably be crab cakes, lamb chops,
No, I know this. I know this.
mushroom stuffed mushrooms. I mean, yeah, I was like, what? Stuffed chicken, stuffed salmon.
Ooh, stuffed mushrooms. I never had stuffed mushroom before. Would you do you stuff mushrooms with meat or
Yes.
what? Oh, you do.
Yeah. I recently did crab meat stuffed mushrooms for my
Ooh,
friend,
really? I never had
in which he
that.
thoroughly
Okay.
enjoyed.
Um,
It's good. You
but
gotta try it. I'm gonna have to cook for you when
I
I
do.
come
It's
down
a
there.
lot of food that I seen that you cook that I haven't tried yet. Like I sometimes I just see stuff and I just try it, but like stuff like that, I get
Mhm.
nervous because I don't want to like mess it up, and then I'd be upset because I spent the money. But nevertheless,
You know
um,
what?
do you tell me what it was like um building? I know you said that the YouTube channel
You
and
pause.
you
What you
kind of
say?
cooking. Oh, we froze.
You said, "Oh no."
Yeah, I gotta like stop sometimes when it freezes because it do that a lot. I don't know why it's weird ass shit. But anyway, um, well, I know you said that you just jumped in and you started cooking, and
Mhm.
you also said that the YouTube channel took off. But besides that, what was the process? Um, the actual process you had to take to actually like, I know you say you always work, but how was the process making this your baby, your catering business?
Oh man. For starters, man, when you finally figure out like something that's what you want to do, you got to push things to the back. Like even my job, I kind of had to just not take so seriously. So I ended up having to get my LLC for the state of Virginia. I got Safe Serve certified. Um, I ended up getting my LLC for the state of Maryland. So I'm LLC to 2 states now. Um, I'm currently in school. I'm actually still working this thing, believe it or not. But yeah, so I'm currently in culinary art school. But I'm
Yay!
still cooking. I had to, yeah, girl.
That's
Um,
awesome.
I had to, and I had to begin to. I now got contract. I got contracts now. Something I didn't have at first. I'm really just networking with people. Really, what I need is a team. Wink. I need a team. Um, Yeah. So I'm still actually, girl, I need a team because it gets overwhelming. I'm not even gonna lie, it really does. It gets really overwhelming. Um, I don't really have to advertise too big anymore because word of mouth,
That's
that just, I mean, that's everything. But yeah, just basically making sure that you doing what you're supposed to do, making sure like I treat this now. I treat this like my not my job, but I treat this like it's like a seed that I basically sowed, and now I'm like nurturing it and I'm watering it, and it's now my primary everything. Even though I work basically a working entrepreneur, but I put my business first now.
yeah.
So
That's why I said it yesterday. I'm gonna say it on probably every interview. I feel like your baby, excuse me, your business is your baby because you gotta feed it, you gotta nurture it, you
it
gotta
is,
protect it, you gotta put stuff into it. Then you sit back and you watch it grow.
girl.
Either it's a plant or baby,
Definitely got to
and
protect
you
it
still gotta
because
do the same
Lord,
damn. Hey, but
that's
with,
true.
with this process, all these things that you say you're doing now. Do you have any regrets of how you started? Like, do you think you could have put things in a different order, or do you think what you did was exactly how you were supposed to do
Nah, I used to always say, like, I just recently stopped saying this. I always say I feel like I work backwards. I'm working backwards, forwards, but I'm really not. I think that everything happened the way it was supposed to. Like, I've had a lot of trial and errors with this situation. It ain't like I think a lot of things that people saying now is the fruition of it all, but nobody really see like the errors and you know what I'm saying, like the bumps in the road, whatever the case is. And so I think that everything in the way that I've done it, it had to happen that way. So
Perfect.
yeah.
Um, but so tell me, with that being said, did you have any hurdles you had to deal with that you can remember while like that made you kind of almost deterred you from what you wanted to do? Like, was there anything that kind of that you could remember that was like, oh, like get the fuck out of my way? Hey, for real, because I know everybody got theirs. Some people don't want to talk about it, some people do. But once you get over it, I
You know
think
me, I'm a realist.
right.
Well, I'm gonna
So
tell. I'm
it's
gonna talk about it.
let me hear
Well,
it.
so yeah, I'm ready. So when I first came here to Maryland, I came here, and just jumped. I just jumped here, like what I'm saying. My pops, he's here. I know he's gonna be watching, but hey, he know I'm real. So but anyway, we had a whole situation. You know what I'm saying? And I had a whole lot going on, like beginning to cook and everything, and that situation that occurred at the time, it really just threw me off balance. I had to figure out a lot of stuff like really fast. You know what I'm saying? And so, whew, Chad, when I tell you, I was like, I don't even want to even like I don't even want to be here. Like, what I'm saying? That's how I felt. Like, I don't want to be here. You know what I'm saying? Because really, all my people is in Virginia. Keep it all the way a band. Like, everybody that I know and everybody that supports me for real strong is in VA. So it's like when the situation that we had happened occurred, it was like, I ain't even really want to cook. But then like I'm a strong believer in God, like that, like I try not to bog people down with that, but it's a part of who I am, and I'm really learning to really embrace it a little more, especially when it comes to talking to people about it. But like for real, you don't know how many nights I prayed, you know what I'm saying? And these are the things that people don't see, like I pray a lot, like I have prayed on numerous nights, like what I'm saying, for the strength. And what I'm saying, he done pulled me out of situations that, Lord, and I'm talking about like within just like that. Like I went from not being that great off into where I am today. You know what I'm saying? And really it won't nothing but God and me really honestly following what he having me to do rather than trying to do what I want to do, if that makes sense. So it's like, yeah, it's like, oh girl, I just be following God moving forward. Like I walk every step he tell me to walk.
Hmm.
And that's just the real at the end of the day. And I think that's why um like even you would say, like, I kind of blew up overnight. That's why everything happened so quick for me, because God was involved, and this is what I need to be doing. So
Yeah. And I think like I took a couple words from your book and I let them lead. And I think that's why I really felt like this was my I don't know, I just felt like I needed to do this. Like this was something that I felt like was something that I wanted my clothing line so bad and I didn't know what to do and I just feel like God said this, do this. And that's why I keep saying sometimes I say no matter how long this lasts, like I know this is what I'm supposed to do right now. And I think I took that out your book because you always send me such positive stuff. I'm just like, how can this person, out of all the people I knew all these years, this is the person that just blessed me with these words and it don't even have to be nothing. Like
yeah.
it's just like, oh, this is like you just and that shit just means so much. So
Yeah.
uh,
You definitely
yeah,
are, definitely, not to take it off the subject, but you definitely are walking in your purpose. And I know that he not done with you. So it's like like on site, I seen your life. So it's like, like I'm actually, I don't like to tell people I'm proud of them, because it sound like, like you don't believe in me, but that's not the case, because everything that comes from me comes from my heart. So yeah, I'm really proud of you too, because when we met, we both was we
we
was
had
going through it.
stories. We was exchanging the hell out some stories.
we Girl.
God damn,
So,
yeah.
it's
And I
just
think
amazing to see your process too, man. I'm telling you. It's amazing.
It's been a hurdle with and with that being said, when we first met, one thing we did have in common, and I think all mothers have in common, is the strong love for their kids and their family. So tell me, how did your kids keep you sane and motivated in those times where you were trying to jump over the hurdles, but some kept knocking your ass backwards? Tell me what your family meant. Besides the family that was getting on your nerves, because but tell me what your kids
Yeah,
meant
we ain't going there.
to you and how they played a part in keeping you sane.
Honestly, I got 3 kids, so each one of them got like the best aspects of me when it comes to motivating. I really feel like especially like when I was on my lows, like they all like come at different times. They never come at the same time, but they all come at their times, and they, come through like, so what's up, mom? What we doing today? You know what I'm saying? What you cooking today? Like, like it was just always something with them. Like when I was on my lows, they ain't let me stay down. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They ain't let me stay down. They
That's
was like,
right.
nah, come on, what's up, mom? What we doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you gonna do? You gonna build this flyer today? Like, I mean, what you ready to do? Like, what's on the menu? Like, especially my youngest though, my twin, she
Yeah, I'm about
older.
to say that's I was just ready to say that. Tell you that is your ace,
Girl,
your mirror, your
yes, girl.
you look just like
Girl, she get in the kitchen and she be like, I got you, ma. I'll start it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and yo, she's definitely, yeah, like she's definitely, yeah. When I
you
don't feel
ever
like it,
like
she like, come on, ma.
do you ever make them not make them, but do they ever are they ever like your guinea pigs almost like when it comes to food? Do you ever
Oh yeah,
make them try stuff? They do do they give you their honest opinion?
girl, my oldest is brutally real.
Ooh.
I
Oh,
hate when she tell me something I made ain't right. I be
oh,
like, yeah, but I'm glad it's her and ain't somebody else in the streets. You know what
that's
I'm
right. That's right. Yeah,
saying?
that's right. Better hear
Ooh,
from your turn. At least it's confined. You ain't gotta worry about it.
girl, don't nobody gotta know.
Telling
You know
somebody
what I'm
else.
saying?
Right. So
Huh, Lord, she is brutally honest.
how have your kids adjusted to the move to Maryland?
They actually adjusted a lot better than I did, to be honest. The school they go to is top rated. I mean, they finally all like the school they go to. They've excelled. You know what I'm saying? My oldest daughter took a huge turnaround when it came to education. She was not, but she took a big turnaround coming here. It was the best decision for her to be here. So, but they took it good as far as education wise. The only thing about it is they lost a lot of friends, and I think that the friends they lost won't never their friends anyway. So
Anyway,
it didn't really matter.
maybe that was like you said. God had to lead that one. They won't go see it. Somebody had to show
Yeah,
them.
right, right. They won't listen to me.
Well, with that being said, with all the things you do up there in Maryland, do you have a partner? Like, is it someone when you do your events with, is it someone you operate with? Like,
Oh my God, I don't have a cooking partner. That's the catch. I have a supportive partner. Let me
mhm.
be clear about that. I don't want to leave him out of the fold. I ain't gonna say his name. He probably watching right now. But when I come down there, straight, very accommodating. I mean, last time I was there, he was helping me pick greens. So I was like, that's a way to
Shout
let's
out to
get it,
him. Yeah.
Because
Shout
greens
out to
ain't
him.
easy to pick. Let me be
You
clear,
heard?
girl.
Hmm.
Oh, so yeah, he's definitely a supportive partner. But as far as like a cooking partner, I don't have that yet. I'm kind of like I need to put that out there. Like, okay, I need a cooking partner, but I need somebody who is solid like me, like genuine like me, like
Yeah,
got a true passion
stay
that
true.
want to learn more like me.
Right.
Um, I don't care if they want to branch off into their own and do their own thing. That's what I want, but it's just yeah, it's hard to find genuine people to put into your fold like that. So
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
You
God will fix that up.
Right. But when you're talking about your business, it's like who would you pick to watch your children type of shit situation? Who would you pick
Right.
to when you were going on a date night to cook your kids food? That's the same type of thing when you're dealing with when you're trying to incorporate a partner into your business. Because it's like, who would care for my kids like I would care for my kids? Who would care for my business like I would
Right.
care for my and not even if even if it's not all the way at the top, like I would be, you gotta, I mean, at least you gotta be a notch under. You know what I'm saying? Because that's your baby. So of course
Right.
they're not gonna automatically love
Yeah.
it as strongly as you do. But as long as you
Right.
close, damn it,
Right.
that's the person. But it's hard because a lot of people come to the table and say
It is hard.
what they want you to hear, but you know, you take people what the people say as a grain of salt. And we talked about this on another interview. Like it's
Right.
almost about doing, like doing. You have to really show. But who really wanna who other than the person who is equipped to be your partner, who will show you what you need to see? You know what I'm saying? Unless, they really willing to be your
Right.
partner. But nevertheless, I
Right.
mean, money talk, bullshit walk, if that ever happens. So who knows?
Facts. Facts. Ah,
That's all I'm saying. But with that being said, being that you do things by yourself, um, is there a limit to the amount of people or event that you would do? Being that you're the sole cooker, is that?
no, I do it
That's
all.
all.
I would
That's
do
awesome.
it all.
Yeah,
I got a wedding coming up. Um, it's not a lot of people, but you got to cook double.
yeah,
So, um, yeah, it's. I mean, honestly, like it's really nothing that's too big that I can't handle. Um, honestly, my kids are really my biggest help, especially one of them in specific. So it's like she'll fill in where I need the help at. Trust and guarantee. She can cook too. So I mean, it ain't nothing that I'm not gonna take on. And like for instance, if I get a 200-man event, you better believe I'm gonna find some helpers real fast. I'm
right.
gonna find some
That's
people.
right. Adapt to the situation. Yeah. And that's
Exactly.
what we
So,
we also talked about that previously before. Like you have to. I'm sorry, I had to fix my sports bra. I know people probably looking at this like, what the hell she doing?
girl, you ain't got the girl. The Victoria's Secret's my best
I'm
friend, girl. I
sorry.
ain't had to move a
I didn't
French
have to
today,
get it
but
straight. But we talked earlier in a previous interview about adapting to the situation and being equipped to take on any situation or just having to adjust. And I think in those type of situations, that pressure makes you a more of a better boss, a better entrepreneur.
yeah,
Because when you're under pressure and you think you can't handle it, and then you have to handle it, like it's either do or die. That just shows you. That just
yeah.
keeps showing you like more and more and more like how much you're
Hmm.
evolving and what you really want to do. So I think people have to also understand that too. Like it's gonna be situations where it's crunch time. It's do or die. So you have to
Facts.
adjust. You know what I'm saying? You have to do what you have to do
Facts.
to get that situation done. And hey, it might be small hiccup, right? But the small hiccups that only
Hey.
you realize. And that's fine. You know what I'm saying? That's a
Right.
part of the game. That's a part of the
Hmm.
game. And that's awesome that it's
Agreed.
nobody that can come and ask you to handle some shit
I
and
have
you
no
like,
limits.
look, if I got to come, even if you're in Virginia, if I got to come and put on me a what is called an apron and stir some lemonade, I
The
will.
apron.
Yeah, I stir some lemonade,
Right.
make an Anna Palmer, put some folks on the table. I help you.
Yo.
I'm telling you, I'm the go-to. I tablecloths and everything. At least that's thing you got to worry about. Shit.
Right. Yeah.
um,
Yo,
but with all the events you do, what is the favorite that you do? Is it brunch, lunch, or dinner? Take it back.
um. Uh, I think dinner might be my favorite one. Brunch will be my second. Yeah, lunch is pretty cool. Most people don't really order. Most people don't really get like catered lunches like that. But um, dinner is definitely the one. The dinner is my favorite one.
dinner. I saw you doing some awesome brunch setup, and it just
Hmm.
made. I mean, they look so pretty and so dope. And I'm just like, man, I just knew you was gonna say brunch because the way you set up everything, it just looks so pretty. I mean, dinner be looking good
Uh-huh.
too. Don't get me twisted, but the brunch
Yeah.
setup just be on point, and it just looked like
Yeah.
it's so much effort. I'm not saying it's not a lot of effort, but from the pictures, it just looked like
Right.
it's just so perfect and so neat. I don't know. I just think
Yeah. That picture you talking about, you would be surprised. It took me an age of 40 minutes to set that up.
really.
Just 40 minutes. Yeah. Yes. We was going up steps. We was unpacking and stuff, getting stuff washed. Like it took 40 minutes.
It was picture perfect. I ain't lying to you. It was pretty.
Thank
Now, let me
you.
say this right quick, because anybody who watching, my kids is bothering me. So y'all see me over here doing all this and all this.
Oh no, you
Trying
good,
to,
girl.
I'm trying to get them to leave me the hell
This
alone
real
because they
life.
see what I'm doing.
This is real
Uh,
life.
they
Hell.
see what I'm doing. They ask me about taking a bath and all this other shit, and I'm just like, they know what I'm doing, and they still want to keep bothering me. I don't.
Right.
Anyways,
Girl, that's
back to you.
girl. Mm.
um. So with any of the events that you maybe when you started or maybe if you were understaffed, have you ever had a situation where somebody said something negative to you or later on you got negative feedback or somebody told you what somebody else said didn't go right or whatnot? And if you did, what what was your response? How did you handle
A recent situation, actually, you gonna laugh at this. This is funny.
that?
So my daughter, I left my daughter to make the macaroni and cheese, right? Be very mind, did not make that macaroni and cheese. My daughter made it because she was helping me out. I think she missed a snap or two. I ain't talking about you, Maya. Goodness, she like, oh, I made macaroni and
Don't
cheese,
throw that
right? Like
baby
she,
under the
like,
bus.
wait a minute,
Oh
ain't talking
no.
about you. Nah, but no, this is really a true story. This is a true story. This person probably gonna see this, and I really don't care. But yeah. So anyway, um, I went and took them their food or whatever, right? They said the macaroni and cheese was nasty or whatever, right? Because they like their macaroni and cheese. It's a certain way they like theirs. You know, we down south like our macaroni and cheese, like block cheese, like
Yeah. Yeah,
like
yeah.
official. You know,
Yeah.
let me not
Yeah.
say it like that. But I think that matter of fact, I gotta bring her some macaroni and cheese tomorrow. But they like their macaroni and cheese, like
Chick-fil-A.
that's the gist that I'm getting.
We
Um,
just talked about Chick-fil-A macaroni and cheese at work today.
and I don't mind doing it. So I'm gonna pull this macaroni and cheese. It's gonna taste better than Chick-fil-A, but I'm gonna pull it. I'm just not accustomed to making my macaroni and cheese in that way. I mean, don't get me wrong, I appreciated the feedback. But when I tell you, like, I think that like 85, 90% of people don't like their macaroni and cheese like that. So I don't make it that way. But in any case, uh, um, but that was like recent negative feedback that I got, and I just was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Only thing you could do when you get feedback like that is take it, and really at the end of the day, everybody got their own little thing and how they like their stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know, but you know, we're a little different down south, so it's like you don't really hear that often, like the way you know the way I'm about to have to make this is not something often that you hear.
Yeah.
So but yeah, but anyway, yeah, so that was the negative feedback that I got, and I take it, and I own it, and I wear it, and now I knock it out and knock their taste buds out tomorrow with
Yeah,
the
I mean,
new
that's
macaroni and cheese.
what you
So
gotta do. Huh. Uh,
yeah.
so coming into the catering business, what would you say helped you to grow the most? Like to besides the well, step by step, what was things the things that kind of helped you grow as far as the things you do in the kitchen and the way to communicate with people, set tables, maybe, just different things, using seasonings. Like what can you say helped
Oh man. So I think if I had to talk about this, I'm gonna have to take it way back because I've been setting tables since I was like 9, 10 years old.
Go do your thing.
I mean, I was raised by my grandparents, man. I'm telling you. So it's like, everything that I do now is only just a branch off the old tree, man. I've been like Lex. I've been doing this for a long time. I've been cooking since forever, like literally forever. So, but all those things that came really from that, and I already have a creative mind. Like I just have a creative mind. I come up with things, and then I bring them. I bring the vision in my head, and I just bring it to the table. And really, that's it. It really ain't really, I ain't take no classes for this. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was brought up like that. So,
So you just reached back in your past, and then when it was time to apply something else, just pop right in your mind, like, okay, I already know, or now I can,
hmm
use a modern way of doing it. I already know the
hmm
blueprint, and you just add your little
right.
thing, your
But
little
keep in mind, I used to do like I used to do like for I used to just cook and have people come over my house and set tables in. Like this was way back. Like I used to have like sometimes little card games and I cook, or I just have this a regular I'm cooking today, y'all come through function. And I would set tables then. Like it would be real pretty too. Like um shoot, I've been long time, trust me. I done did jewelry parties, toy parties, set tables for food. Yeah, oh yeah, girl. I done held it all at my house.
yeah. It's a different type of
No.
a different type of. I don't like the word swag. It's a different type of. I don't know what the word is when you can have when you wear many hats. That's all I can say. You
Yeah,
pat yourself on
I
the
done
back.
did it all.
That.
Yeah,
Don't
thank you.
hold
I
that
don't give
up.
myself enough credit.
Yeah. Sometimes it just seemed like because I be saying the same thing, and it just seemed like when you're not where you want to be at, it's hard to stop and say how good you've done because it's like, what the hell have I done? Not what the hell have you
Right,
done, but it's like when in your mind when it's not good enough, when you really gotta, when you still gotta
right.
level up, it's level up. It's like it's no time to congratulate yourself. It's like, okay, I congratulate myself when I get here, but then when you get here, nah, nah,
When I
nah.
get there.
When I get there, yeah. So it's like I don't know. I feel the same way. Like I don't feel like I didn't did nothing yet because I'm not
Yeah,
where I want to be. But
right.
it's humbling, I guess.
But
To not,
it is, but we have to remember too, like I'm learning this. So the thing is, you got to congratulate yourself through the process because if you look back a year ago and then you look at now, that is something to pat yourself on the back for because you got people who be having dreams in their head and they never even make a step or a conscious effort to even try to bring it to light. So to take the step, you should always congratulate yourself. Um, and that's a message for real because I really be like, okay, and I think that self critiquing is really good, and I do that a lot to myself. But I think you also got to take the time to say thank you to yourself because you deserve that.
that's true. You right about that. Uh,
You do though. It helps. It really
yeah.
does. It helps the process. I'm trying to tell you.
So with that being said, what are you the most proud about with all these accomplishments like that you've accomplished over the years? There's some that people know about and some that people don't know about that you know about. Like what are you the most proud of right now? At this
Um, honestly, I think that the one thing that I'm really the most proud about is having the mental stability to be able to be consistent through the whole
ah,
process because that is where it all begins.
the key.
Um, yeah, it's not the actual work itself, it's getting your mental there to understand like this is really what you want to do. That takes a lot. Like it takes a lot to do that. And that's where I say I'm proud of myself the most because I never I man, when I tell you like I don't settle like I'm like a rabbit, and so for to be where I'm at today and to mentally be sound, mind, body, and soul in this, I'm proud of that.
And you should. You should. That's like you said, it's I don't know how. It's like just recently I just realized how important consistency is. And it's easy for somebody to get up and say, I'm gonna do this today and I'm gonna do it this tomorrow. I'm gonna do this. Nah. It's like every day you gotta wrap your mind around getting that shit done. And that's why I was telling somebody the other day, like short term goals, the weekly goals is the quickest way to help be consistent. Because once you have goals every
Right.
week and you can be able to check off what you do, that gets you motivated and see that you're making progress every week. And
Hmm.
consistency is the start and it's the finish of, I don't even say the finish, but that is really the end goal because if
Yeah.
you're with everything, you cannot win without being consistent. And I'm so glad you said that. Like, and it starts here. Like
Yeah.
you can have all the
It
means,
does.
right? You can have all the money in the world, but if you're not consistent, you're just gonna lose that money. That money is not gonna grow. It's just gonna keep
You're gonna
dwindling
lose it. Exactly.
with what you're doing to try to build it. So that's an awesome point you
Yep.
made. With being consistent,
Yeah.
uh, are you looking to expand your business into any other thing? Like, are you going into a restaurant? Are you going to food trucks? What are you doing? All that.
All right. So a lot of people ask me about the food truck. I do not like being in closed in areas. I need a building. It's
Understand?
just how it is. It's just how it is. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no
I
motherfucker. It's
cannot.
too. First of all, you too damn close to that heat and that stove. Everybody's sweating. And 5 people in the truck. Shout out to them
My
though. Shout out to the
anxiety.
owners, man.
Yeah, they the MVPs for real. Like for real. Because my anxiety would be through the roof. But I'm for real, honestly, I'm holding tight. It's a lot that I got going on that I'm not really saying, but I am coming back to Richmond. I will say that. And that's when I'm gonna begin to start to go through the process of getting my building because I want to start with my building down there because honestly, I came up down there. So it's like at the end of the day, it will only be right for me to come back down there and go ahead and open a building and make it do what it do. So, and then I'll look to expand here, in Maryland, and then in North Carolina and so on and so forth. So, you know, I got plans. I can't say too much because I don't like
You
putting too
don't
much on
have
the
to say
table.
too much.
But
You don't have to say
yeah, but
you
yeah, I'm
said,
definitely
and I
looking
tell
forward
people
to
all the time, we talk
it.
about what you finished, like the things you already finished that people can't erase. That's what we talk about. With
Right, but they
plans
could
that's
try to
not
erase them, but
but they can't. It's already done.
it's already
Like
written.
already
So
done. We talk
shouts
about
out
those
to the
things.
haters.
Right. You keep
Shouts out
those
to the
things
haters.
that's not yet pulled all the way together. We keep them on the back burner. And then when they finish,
Right,
we're gonna talk about them. We already
right,
know how that's gonna
right.
go.
So
We
yeah, but I
already
will
know.
say that because everybody keep asking me like, when am I coming back? Or they be like, oh, you need to come back, and I'm like, oh, it's so funny because I'm already en route of working on coming back. So it's like, I'm coming, y'all. I'm coming.
You're on the way. um, I got
Yeah.
two more. Wait a minute. Let's see how many questions I got. I think I got about two more questions. Well, real quick. Have you ever done anything for
Okay.
kids? Like, was there ever a situation where you had to do specific, like a specific menu or anything, like when dealing with kids?
I mean, I've done birthday parties for kids, especially my own. Um, but you know what I would really love to do? It's funny that you brought that up. I would love to pull together like some type of event with children. Um, it don't really matter. They don't gotta be the less fortunate or nothing like that. Just kids. And just bring them all together and just have a big grill out. Like, you know what I'm saying? I would like to do
Yeah,
something like that. I don't know. I be thinking about it like,
yeah,
I think that'll
yeah.
be fun. Like just to
We,
have the kids all in one place, kind of,
yeah.
you know, a safe
We were
zone.
we were actually talking about that one of the nonprofit people I brought on that owns a nonprofit. We were talking about doing a back to school. Not even I don't know if it's a back to school, but like maybe a community event. I don't know if the back to school situation gonna be too late, because July is gonna be going fast. But
Okay.
nevertheless, before it get
Yeah, it
cold
is.
outside, we're gonna try to put something together at a park or somewhere for the kids and try to. I really
Okay.
my goal is to honestly um when it does stop before it gets cold outside, everybody that I bring on to interview, everybody
Hmm.
has a product generally or something that they're promoting or they're selling. I kind of want to get everybody together
Hmm.
and have like a big something. I don't want to call
Okay.
it a pop shop, but I want to have a big something where everybody's mingling and mixing, and I heard your interview, you heard my interview, and what you got going. I think that everybody that I'm bringing on to
Oh
this
yeah.
podcast got something in common, got something that they can exchange.
Hmm.
Everybody is equal with the business mind frame type. Everybody's business minded and in a position where they want to do good things. So I think
Hmm.
hopefully, God willing, I can finesse that some kind of way where everybody can be in the same meet and greet or something, and we can
Yeah, that's
have
that's definitely
a
possible.
couple of the caterers and people who got they cook. Everybody can have like a different style of food they're making, like Mexican, American soul food or something. I don't
Right.
know, but we'll
Yeah.
figure it out. We'll
Just
figure it
let me
out.
know. You know it
We'll
ain't
we
nothing for me to take the road.
Yeah, but hope maybe you'll be down here by then. Who knows? But nevertheless,
We'll see.
we're gonna figure it out. So this is my last question for you.
Okay.
Um, if anybody's watching or who will view this, because it's gonna be, I know your numbers are gonna go up tomorrow. I'm gonna send you a screenshot of how many people have viewed. We're not talking about likes, we're talking about views because views don't matter. So I'm gonna send you
Yeah, I
probably
don't go off the
tomorrow all
likes.
the
People
views.
don't like, they watch.
They watch, and that's what it's for. Watch. So what would you tell someone who is inspiring to be in the catering industry or want to own a restaurant, or somebody who maybe already have uh, ideas or have started catering business but are at a standstill? What would you say to motivate them or to help them, tips maybe to help them get restarted or started?
All right. So, okay. Yeah. So I think the first thing first is pray. And once you pray, release it and take off. I mean, honestly, I think that's just what it is at the end of the day. You can prepare, there's nothing wrong with that or whatever. But I always say just go ahead and take off because, the longer you think about how you want to do things, it's the longer it take you to get going.
Mhm.
So I would just say, if you got a team of people, you know what I'm saying, that's great, man. Listen, leverage your support system, whether it's family or friends or whatever the case is. Lean on them. Y'all lean on each other. Um, just make sure you got your ducks in a row. Don't let nobody tell you what you can't do. Um, just because you see somebody else doing it, because a lot of times it's a big thing. A lot of times you're gonna see everybody do this, everybody cook. You're gonna see all these, things on it, like, oh, that's so pretty, it's nice, that looks better than mine. Don't worry about that. Cause your thing is your thing and your lane is your lane. So yeah, just get up and go. Like don't put too much thought into it. Like if it's a dream in your head or a vision in your mind, just go ahead and make it happen. Because really, honestly, tomorrow ain't even promised. So you don't want to like leave this earth tonight and be like, everybody looking like darn they had potential. You just want to go ahead and be that potential.
Right. And not only
So
that, people eat food every day.
every day,
That's just something that's never gonna change. That's what
every
I
day.
got. Because I know I'll go over here. Matter of fact, I was at work the other day, and my partner said it's a new place up, and it's in Ashland, and it's like a shopping center, right? And I like to you
Mhm.
not. It's a soul food restaurant, like man, soul food restaurant right here. It's a Jamaican restaurant right here, and then down the block
Ooh,
some, it's another soul food restaurant. And I done bought food from all of them. I don't know how long
right.
they gonna last because I don't know. But at the end of the day, I
Yeah,
I
you
buy
got
food from
something to
all of them.
eat.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
don't know how many people will be like me, but if I want some food and I want some fish and then I want some oxtails, that's what the hell I'm gonna buy. And that's what they had.
Right. It don't
So
it don't even matter. Right.
it don't matter.
So
Them people, that soul food restaurant was there first. And it did not discourage them Jamaican people to open up their restaurant directly beside that soul food restaurant. It didn't discourage
that's
them at
facts.
all. And not only that, they building looked so pretty on the inside. So they took time to do that.
Mm.
Then the people
Mm.
that's down the street, they didn't care that they had a soul food restaurant in the corner. They still open up theirs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's what you got
They
to do
didn't care.
because your lane is your lane. That's your
And
lane. You know what I'm saying? Like you
people
can't
was
look at
walking
everybody
into
else what they're
that one.
doing. Like you got to
Exactly.
legit.
They didn't care. The people was walking into there, just like people was walking into that one, just like people was walking to them. None of those 3 businesses are discouraged, and they're all in the same goddamn strip mall. You know what I'm saying? And
Okay.
that's the
They probably buy
mentality.
each other food.
Who, you know what I'm saying? They have their own lane. They have their own supporters. They have the people that only like the way that they cook. You can't you can't stop that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So with that being
Nah.
said, do you have any questions? Do you have anything that I didn't ask?
Um, no, I always try to leave off on a good closeout. I mean, I want to thank you so much for bringing me on, man. I greatly appreciate it. It's good to be recognized, honestly. So, I really appreciate it. I'm happy for you as well, man. Keep going, man. Don't stop. Because if you do, I'm just gonna chime in on you anyway.
I ain't gonna stop. I
And
ain't gonna
thanks for
stop until
everybody
the
who's
good Lord
watching,
tell me
man.
something.
Lord.
I ain't gonna stop. I know that like it's something in me that's telling me like I gotta do this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like it's for free. Like I'm just my stuff costs. You know, and my shit costs. I ain't tripping off that.
Thanks.
But me talking to people right now and getting their story
Yeah.
and letting people hear their voice is for free. So if you don't want to sit on the camera for 30 minutes and tell your story for free and let people hear the background of what you got going on for free,
Right.
then that's on you. But this
That's on
genuine.
you,
Like
yeah.
it's
Right.
genuine, and
But
I really, really,
what's
really just am into building these relationships with these people that I really don't know like that. Like I'm starting off with the
but it's
people I know,
crazy,
which is
Lex.
all y'all, but a lot of people I don't
Yeah.
know that's coming on here. Like I'm just trusting in they
Yeah.
got a good story. That's it.
Right. But you know what's crazy? In situations like this, because it's so genuine, it'll end up something far more major. So you can see it happening. I mean, anybody with some comments can see what's happening here. So
I,
you on your way. You're definitely on your
I,
way.
I hope so. I hope my we gon- I was ready to say something about my clothes, but we're gonna leave that like we said in the back. I'm
Oh,
leaving my
I'm
clothes
waiting for your
back.
clothes. You already know what it is with them
I,
clothes.
I, I'm putting them in the back. I'm just letting people see all my logos real quick, but I'm putting them in the back until they're ready to come
Yes,
out. And
them
this is what I'm gonna do
clothes
right
though.
here.
Them clothes. Uh,
And thank you so much for being. I man, you just so dope. Like you don't even understand. Like you legit said, I want an outfit. Boom, send me the money, everything. Got your
yeah.
outfit. I seen you in some of your lives with the t-shirt. I said, so she really is rocking my shit. Like you was on the live with the t-shirt on months later. I'm just like,
yep.
oh man, that's my dog, man. That's and that right
Yep.
there just that solidified everything for me. Like that solidified everything for me. That's why I'm like, it's an unspoken word at this
yep.
point. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me nothing about Meesh. God damn it. And
Yeah.
that's why I'm waiting. Like I was so upset when I
Yeah.
missed your seafood boils and stuff when you came down here. I probably was just in the next room
Oh,
where I was at. But I'm so proud of
I'll
you.
be back.
I know you will, and I'm waiting on you.
Thank you.
I told you, just give me the word. Have my apron on.
Yeah, I know. You'll be stirring the thing. It's crazy. Oh, I can't even say this on camera because he watching. But anyway, we'll talk about it off camera. We'll talk about it off
Yes,
camera. I might can get you
yes,
to come out to do something with me, but we'll talk about it off camera.
yes, ma'am. So that being said, another episode of Go Get It. I get it, Lex Motivational Mindset, and I hope you guys have been motivated. Thank you, Meesh, so much for coming on here and blessing us with your presence.
Thank
I hope
you.
you find the right person in the right time, and I hope all you guys watch this video and send it, share it, whatever, and just stay motivated.
Facts. Peace.